Hi there, this is Mike of Nearly Enough Dice, and this is the Kerbal Space Program, the demo, because I'm poor and I cannot afford to buy the full game, but I've heard a lot about it, so let's see what happens. Start game, start new, training, cancel, training. This tutorial, presented by famous rocket scientist Werner von Kerman himself, covers the basic of rocket construction in the vehicle assembly building. He's waiting for you down there and is always in high demand. Don't dally. I'm going to not dally then, in that case, if that's a suggestion. Welcome to today's lecture on vessel construction. I'm Werner von Kerman. Whether you want to put a satellite into orbit, fly a transcontinental flight, or step onto the very surface of the moon, you're going to need to build yourself a ship. Should be pretty easy if you're not a famous record scientist like myself. Aha! The first part required in any vessel construction is command module. This part will either contain a plucky Kerbal space crew or an automated pilot mechanism. Select command module from the parts list. Well, there's a whole one thing in the parts list, so we're going to select that. Not what I would have picked, but after all, you're not a famous Kerbal rocket scientist like me. I had one thing to choose, mate. If you ever need to move the vessel around the screen, you can pick it up by clicking the command pod. It's allowed to fit more parts beneath the vessel. So click, move, click. Next thing we need is some fuel to burn. Select one of the fuel tanks on the left. Click once to select, and then click again to attach the bottom of your ship. So I've got the T400, cost $850. Liquid fuel 180. This has got more. Costs not quite double. That has double the everything, looks like. Not quite as, yeah, double everything. What the hell, eh? So clearly these green circles hook up to one another. Now let's add a rocket to the ship. This creates a jet of high energy gas which pushes the vessel along. Select one from the left and add it underneath the fuel tank. I'm going to go for the biggest one. Which is this one. Because I'm a child. Okay, so if I want to move the whole thing, I have to click on the... right, so if I click on the command module, I move the whole thing. If I click on an item, I get the item. Some parts are designed to be attached to surface, and others are designed to build intricate radial structures and attach even more rockets! Okay, so these... large buttons at the bottom left of the screen to control how the energy duplicated snaps surface mark. Okay. So I've turned on symmetry. Oh. So we're doing that. Okay, let's go for 3. I like that. Whoa! 6. I was gonna go for 3, but then I saw that there was 6. Center mass is there. Center of lift, apparently there. Center of thrust. Okay. Make sure to sign the attribute by selecting the name box and then save it. That's going to make the whole thing spin, maybe. I quite like that idea. So I got the booster, but I can't add more. Oh well. Rich Rock. Oh, I see. So I have to go to another science briefing in the world's media. I'll unlock the rest of the parts and feature for you to play with. Get lost fun when you're ready to fly. Aim for the stars, my friend. So this is what a control module. Thruster block. The recent discovery of the third law of physics made it possible for the Stedler Corps engineers to produce these small monopropellant thrusters to help with altitude control and linear motion. Even though many chemical physicists still dispute the validity of this new law, studies show that thrusters seem to work as advertised. Also, it's SAS module. Makes the ship stop spinning around. Well, yeah. Pods. So let's go to structural. So I can add. That's like the exact opposite of what I wanted to do. So let's go. Oh, ah. That's not what I wanted to do. How do I join this special here? I don't know what those mean. I've broken my rocket already. I can't seem to get them back together. Why won't they fit back? Broken the rocket. Why would they snap together? It's got the big green thing. I would have thought that would mean that they would snap together. Science. I don't know why they're not fitting together. That's extremely aggravating. Why is that not happening? Can I break this apart now? I think I need to break this apart or something. I'm trying to work out what these mean here. Why don't they So I think it's going to be green. Oh man, this is very nice. Right, let's load first craft. That's where we were before. And the whole thing, yeah. So I don't know how it got. I don't know how that stopped working. Can I attach? Well, what I want to do is I want to add more. Alright, let's put it on. honestly, I don't have enough rockets. I'll get aerodynamic. Put on some nose cones. Now, ideally, I'd want to change the size of that nose cone, but I don't know how to do that. Maybe that's a thing I'll learn how to do later on. Structural. I want to put those wings back on because they amused me. I don't know which ones I want. I think I want, yeah, there we go. Alright, so we'll save that. And then we'll launch it. And it's going to have a bit of think, seems like. Okay. Alright. Okay. I suppose I'm lucky. I should consider myself lucky that it's not actually just fallen over. Alright. Now, I don't know what to do at this point. I presume there's a launch button somewhere. Staging. I haven't done anything like, you know, putting stages in or anything. So somewhere, I presume, there is something resembling a button. And I would quite like it. It'd be nice if my Ooh, I just did a thing. I'm not quite sure I wanted to do the thing. Orbital map, hang on. Docking, won't be doing any of that. Don't know if there's a key I'm meant to press or anything. Gears, lights, brakes, and don't have any of those things. Warped, it's going to be speed. I suspect if I hit IVA then he's going to disappear and wander off. So those are those rockets. Oh, I see. I think those explode at some point. So... Alright. Okay, arrow keys is moving me around. Staging does not... What, I don't know what it does. No target. Those are the... I think those are the 6 engines. And those are the things that those are the structural elements, so they'll chuck things off. Docking, no. Orbital map, that's not very useful at this point. Let's go back to docking and then... So I'd quite like to make this go. But I'm not really quite sure. How this would work. So I think the first stage should be the main rocket. This is what I'm beginning to see here. But it says no target. Alright, so that's putting the stage in between those two. That's not what I want to do. So we've got stage 1 and 2. But I wanted to actually do stage 1. I wanted to do something. Abort, no. Resume flight, okay. I was kind of hoping that the bloke from the tutorial would come back once we got to the launch stage and would explain to me what happens now. But that is apparently not the case. Staging is the menu we're on. Okay. No target. So I select that, right click it, select it, middle click it, select it. No target. I may have to look things up on the interwebs. So that's green blinking, but I don't know if that means anything. That's red, 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 red. Green and blinking. No, I'm going to have to look it up on the interwebs. Not. I have to say, as a demo, I think that this is a bit falling down. Because I am not sure what I'm meant to be doing here. Because they said just build it and then go to the launch pad, and I went to the launch pad, and yeah, nout. No targets. So basically on another window, actually my tablet, I'm bringing up, getting started, launching the rocket. Once you be able to select the rocket, select the big thing, launch. Okay, flight controls look straightforward. WASD. Okay, now I'm changing the pitch there. Ah, right. Okay, so I'm changing the visually changing the pitch. For like, take a second to look at your map. Pressing M. Right. Okay, I've pressed M. It's about Kerbal on the Scarlet Sea comes the moon. Right, launching is the right. Just throttle up with left shift and press space. Don't do that just yet. Press T to turn SAS on. I don't actually have SAS. I didn't actually put that on the thing. So. So. Oh well, I got there in the end anyway. Oh, that was hilarious. Okay, so I may have to check. Yeah, but I mean, I would have liked to have seen that. As some kind of tutorial instead of having to look it up. So I think it kind of failed. And I have no idea if you can hear me. It kind of failed the oh balls. That's not good. So I've run out of liquid fuel. It's still turn though. I'm just trying to see if there's any way I can get myself vaguely upright. It doesn't matter because I'm going to fall to my doom any moment now. Yes, you can see my. I take that's where I'm going. It's expecting me to end up kind of there. So good. Okay, so I need to set up my staging. Is the thing. That's where I went wrong. Okay. Let's have a quick look. Rocket is really simply easy to explain. Right hand of the screen. Orange folders range from 0 to 8. These are the rocket's launch stages. Launch stages differ from rocket stages, and the launch stages are events that each spacebar press triggers. I've run out of stages. That's not doing it. Each stage contains an icon. Each stage symbolizes an event of that stage. Right. So it went the opposite way. On my original staging, I think I did this. This is 0. And stage 0 is the last thing. I thought was going to be the first thing. So there you go. So I think it's like 3, 2, 1, 0. So you do from the very last thing you're going to do. You go up to the first. Okay. Going to fall to my doom. Oh, that's interesting. So that went well. That was an excellent first launch, I thought. Catastrophic failure. Separation stage 2 concerned. Lift off. Widget crashed into launchpad tower. Decoupler crashed into crash. Oh, sorry, Jebediah doomed. So if I go back, I'm going to restart the flight and have another go. But I'm going to pay attention to the staging this time. See, I want those rockets to go off. Oh, I see, and this even shows off. See, those rockets go off, and then now, I actually don't want one of those 6 are. I actually don't want them to go. So can I move those into their own stage? Yes, I can by clicking that. So that's the second stage. So I can just move all of these into that stage. So those rockets will go off now, and see if I'm going to see if I can work out which of these. Right. So that would detach the wings. I don't want to detach the wings. In fact, I'd like to not detach the wings at all. So I'd like to get rid of that or something. I don't know if I can. If I just click minus, I don't think it's right. So the first thing is those rockets will go off, and then I'm going to hit the spacebar. The things holding those rockets on will detach. Then the main rocket will go off. Then I can detach the wings if I want to detach the wings. So throttle up, left shift. Hit. Right, I think I might go back to the drawing board. That was fine up until the point where it was all horribly unbalanced and it fell over. So I think I might try adding a stage to that. Right, there we go. We died. Vehicle assembly building. Now the thing I don't know how to. Right, let's grab that. Control. Okay, let's try that. Save that. poor computer will have to have a little bit of a think about it. Now, I believe... No, this... Now, yeah, okay, so I'm going to have to do the same thing. So these 6 thrusters, so I need to... Let's zoom in. So I have to make a new stage. And I want to make sure that... Right, so those ones, I want to put those in that stage. That up there. Right, so throttle up with left shift. Didn't really help me very much. It won't control. Yeah, it went off balance, and I don't know why it went off balance. And yeah, that's the basic problem. Is it just goes completely off balance. I thought maybe the SAS, maybe I need to hook that in some way. It may just be an unstable rocket design. You know, that is entirely a possibility. You know, I just have to accept the possibility that it's just good design. I mean, I realise. Obviously, none of you believe that could possibly be true. That a design I come up with might not be perfect. You know, I understand that. I understand that it's very much a concern. Right, so can I? So might as well just do the staging here as much as possible. Right, so that will jettison the wings, so I'll just chuck that up here. Because the wings will be jettisoned when the main thrust stage is jettisoned. So it doesn't matter that much. So basically, my solution is to add more wings on the grounds that will fix everything. I'm clearly going to have a proper play with this and possibly use one of the stock rockets. Not obvious. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to, obviously I'm gonna have to have a play with this. Well, no. Let's have one more go. What we're going to do instead this time is we're going to load a stock rocket. And we're going to launch that. And then I'm gonna just sit and play with it for a bit off camera, so I'm gonna see if I can understand what the hell is going on. So wait till it all lit up. That seems reasonably stable this time. Fairly clearly set off to burn the fuel, which it's doing quite happily. And then hit spacebar, and that's going to jettison. There we go. And I'm going to go to the map and see. So I'm not going to reach orbit. I'm going to splash down. So there I am. Oh, cannot warp in the scenario. Okay. Oh, am I going to about? Oh, I thought I was about to get hit by my own re-entry by a rocket bit. I can stack the bits. It's interesting. And then I hit spacebar again, and my parachute's deploying. My parachutes might not be deploying because I don't know that the atmosphere is actually thick enough at this point to deploy properly. So there goes my rocket, first stage. Yeah, so I may in fact be above the atmosphere, which I'm hoping is why the parachute doesn't deploy. And not just that I'm doomed for no good reason. Well, my parachute is not deploying. So, that's unfortunate. Why is my parachute not deploying? So I'm going to smash into the ground. Oh! There we go. So my parachute is deployed. Okay, that's quite fun. So eventually I'm going to drift slowly to Earth. So yeah. Alright. So I might see if I can learn, because this nav ball gives me a slightly better idea of how I would fly. So maybe I'll be able to control my ridiculously stupid rocket. But there we go. It's my first successful launch. As a demo, I have to say it would be nice if it explained. I don't know if I did something wrong, but it didn't explain the launch screen to me at all. And so I was basically lost until I actually went and looked things up. But you know, successful launch. I'm definitely going to have to try and I may have to wait for it to be on sale somewhere. How do I stop? How do I say I've stopped? I can't dock. That's silly. Right, fine. There you go. Well, I'll find out how to tell it I've succeeded. At some point. I'm not quite sure how to do that. And no, nobody really want to board. And yeah, okay. I hope you enjoyed watching that. That's my first taste of Kerbal Space Program. And oh, can I, no EVA, no. So thanks so much for watching, and maybe I hope this has given you some feel for Kerbal Space Program and whether or not you might want to play it yourself. So until we meet again, have yourself a very spacey day.